This is your Sunday morning update for Avalon. I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci with Surely Safe. Here are key messages this morning from the town and from myself. Move your cars to higher ground if you haven't done so yet by 10 a.m. on Sunday. We'll show you where you can move your vehicles to. Stay off the beach because the water will get all the way up to the dune line in most spots, and stay off the beach paths that were eroded by Erin, especially in the northern part of the town. Now, the road to Townsend's Inlet likely is going to be closed around the high tides too. And remember, flooding is a temporary condition. The tides will go down and the flooding will decrease, but we do have 3 rounds of fairly significant flooding that will rival and, if not surpass, what we had with Erin. We have a coastal flood warning in effect. This is going to be through Monday, and this is for property threatening flooding as well as impossible driving around the island here. We have your high tide times there. We have a high wind warning in effect. Winds have already kicked up into the 30s with our gusts. We're going to get up to about 55 miles an hour with our gusts as we go into today, and this will continue into early Monday morning as well, and it's just breezy for a long time afterwards. And then offshore, hopefully you're not boating, but if you were thinking about it, don't. We have a storm warning. There will be storm force winds, and small boats likely will capsize. Here's a look at our timeline. We'll show you the winds first. We do have a stretch until about sunrise on Monday where wind damage and power outages are possible. The heavy rain will be during the daytime today, and that's when we see our first round of flooding. So it's really, midday to sunset on Sunday. That is the core of the storm, the worst part of this storm when you take into account the strong winds, the rain, and the flooding here. And we have that beach erosion too. And then here are the other 2 tides that will flood as well. And we're looking at flooding that's going to likely be higher than what we saw with Erin's on our Monday here during that afternoon high tide. Now, here's a look at Avalon and the flood map. This is a tremendous flood map that your town puts out here. No change from the last video. Blue areas see significant flooding. Yellow areas see some flooding here during all 3 high tides. That includes places that don't usually flood. The green areas where you're going to want to move your cars here. That's Dune Drive, most of Dune Drive. Once you go from 39th Street all the way up to 80th, that includes most of First Avenue is okay. And most of Avalon Avenue should be okay too, but there will be some rainfall flooding possible, different from the tidal flooding. Remember, it doesn't take much water to move a car, a foot of flood waters. And if you're in that blue area, you're going to see a foot of flood water here. Now, remember again, move your cars to higher ground by 10 a.m. on Sunday here. The town does a tremendous job trying to mitigate flooding throughout the year. That's why you have a 35% discount on your flood insurance premiums. But still, with a storm like this, we need to be prepared, need to be aware, and we will be with you throughout the weekend.